Hello everybody, and today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, the difference between manifesting generator and generator. So in human design, it's a big question. Let's call it question. So when people go to their chart and they see it's written manifesting generator, and then they have a question, am I a separate type? Is manifesting generator is a separate aura type, or is it a generator? And there are different options that you can find on the internet explaining that. So let's go back to the source. So founder of human design, Raoul, said that when you have a sacral, your sacral is defined, you are a generator, and your strategy is to respond. So based on this, manifesting generators and generators are the same types. Are there differences in the way they function? Yes, of course. Just as, for example, there are differences when we look at generator and emotionally defined generator. They are both generators, but they function differently. So let's look at manifesting generator. What is actually the difference? So if you look at the chart of a manifesting generator, you will always find that one of the motors, it can be sacral, it can be a solar plexus, it can be ego, it can be a root, that in some way they are connected to the throat. It can be directly or via another center. So what happens? It happens that the energy of the sacral goes directly to the throat. So it means the energy of the sacral can be manifested. At the same time, we know that generator should wait for the sacral response, and normally the manifestation doesn't happen that rapidly. So what I have observed, and what I also know from those sources that like our books about exactly about the generators, and what Rod said about the difference here. So the difference here is that when the sacral is giving a response and it hits the throat, goes directly to the manifestation. Manifesting generators basically don't have time to assess the situation. They don't have any time. Like, it's like almost like the body is moving. Imagine the person says, yes, I want to have the tea, and the body is moving already in the kitchen and they're making tea. Or yes, I will come to help you, and they're basically already, the body is moving and they're coming to do something. What also happens here is that if there is a certain process for them to follow, let's imagine they have emotional process, or simply when we have to make tea. In order to make tea, we have to follow the steps. We have to boil the water, we have to take the sugar out, we have to take the tea bag, or we have to prepare the teapot. So there are certain steps of how we make the tea. The moment the manifesting generator responded, I'm making the tea, the body is already flying in the direction of a teapot, and maybe the water is spilled, maybe the manifesting generator forgets to put the tea bag, or forgets to turn the fire on, or forgets to press the button so the kettle is boiling. Where am I taking here? So because the manifestation of the response, the manifestation happens so rapidly, and the energy basically is flying through space, manifesting generators will skip the steps. So if there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they can skip 3 and 4 because the action is happening so fast. So manifesting generators are known for dropping the things or stopping the things, because if you skip the steps, things do not work. So there is a tendency for manifesting generators to go back and redo those steps. there is a kind of opinion or idea that they are faster than normal generators, but from what I also observed, because for the result or for the thing to be done, the steps should be followed, manifesting generators often find themselves going back and redoing all those steps which are necessary to complete the process. Emotional generators, whether they are manifesting generators, whether they are normal generators, please remember, have their own process. They have to go through their emotional wave to reach the clarity. And then, yes, actually, depending on which center is connected to the throat. So let's imagine if it's a solar plexus directed to the throat, most probably the person will just spit out their emotions like really quickly. If it's the willpower that is connected to the throat, you will hear them saying, I will, I know I can, I know I will do it. If it's a channel that goes from the sacral, like maybe 3420, that is a pure manifesting generator. What does it mean pure? Because that channel is the expression of the self. That generator can just say, I do, I want, I am here, this is me, without really having any other agenda. It's a direct self-expression, and it's considered that this is the pure form of manifesting generators. What can be advised here? What can be suggested here? So if you're a manifesting generator, just as your body is flying through space in response to some action, just maybe observe if you can slow down. If it was just an energy impulse, and after this energy impulse you actually can look at the thing that you're about to do and break it into the steps. If you can actually observe what is exactly happening, like maybe being an observer of the action that is happening, will help you to direct it better. Manifesting generators have there is a tendency to have more energy, and they're more energetic when they're doing their things, but nevertheless they can also exhaust their energy pretty fast, the same way as they are just starting the work and being very energetic, and then suddenly there is just like no energy anymore. So I have read the suggestions for manifesting generators, same like for projectors or manifestors, to go to bed early or in advance to allow the energy to settle down and have their time to come down after all the activity. Another suggestion I would give here, if you're a manifesting generator, maybe just set the difference of certain actions that you do. For example, when you're in the house and you're responding simply to make a breakfast, to clean your house, those are, that's okay. Just you can be as impulsive as you want and allow your energy to express itself, to all kind of simple activities. And of course, it's nice for you when their energy is smooth and running without like stopping or blocking or like saying that, no, I cannot do it at the moment. That's okay. But when you are responding to some important decisions and something that really matters in your life, just look at your response, realize, yes, I think it's a yes, I'm getting a yes. And now how I am going to implement it in my life. So maybe a physical activity can be different for you than certain things that involve other people, involve a consideration and the process. So in one side, allow your energy to express itself even in the impulsive ways, and when it's a long-term process, engage yourself properly. Those who deal with manifesting generators, please bear in mind that in their impulsiveness, they can have a tendency to spit out words, to say things, to throw things at you, verbally. You have to just simply look at it as the movement of their energy. I'm not encouraging anybody to tolerate things that don't work for them, but just if your partner is manifesting generators, you just, you have to deal with that the person is actually impulsive and energetic, and that movement of energy should be okay and acceptable because that's a part of who they are. I hope this information was useful.